Welcome back to part 2 of What's Cooking at the Market. I'm Sarah Tate with Port Huron Hospital. We're here at Vantage Point Farmers Market with our celebrity chef Nick Cavis from Cavis Grill. In our first segment, we made a dish called moussaka.
You got it. Yeah.
Our next dish is going to be hummus, and Nick is going to walk us through a process of hummus. Hummus is a very easy, simple dish, but what we were talking about before is that it's so much better sometimes to make these things at home, prepare it yourself instead of buying it through the store. So,
I think it's better to make anything that you can yourself, make it yourself. When things are prepackaged, they put preservatives in them, they put things that you don't want in them. When you can make them at home, you can control the ingredients and what you're going to eat and whatever you put in your body. And I think a lot of things that causes us to be unhealthy are preservatives, things they put in food that you don't know, fillers. When you make food at home, you can avoid everything like that by, you know exactly what you're putting into your dish. You can come to the farmer's market here, buy some fruits, veggies that you know are grown locally, that you know are taken proper care of when they're grown. We don't have this Dr. Oz controversy that everybody's talking about where we're getting our apples from. Get them from your backyard. They sell them right here in our farmer's market, and then you don't have to worry about anything. So hummus is something that I do at my restaurant. I've been doing it for about a year now, and I'm starting to tinker with it. I have my own recipes, my own little ways of doing it. What we're doing here is a Greek hummus. It's not exactly what I serve at our restaurant, but it's very similar, and it's something that's excellent that you can dip vegetables in, get children to eat some vegetables, dip it in some hummus, has a ton of flavor, very healthy for you, lots of protein. I think there's a lot of positive things from hummus. Doesn't take many ingredients, maybe one difficult ingredient to find. Every grocery store has it. You just have to find it in the grocery store. That would be tahini paste, but we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Okay.
So we'll get started making the hummus.
Sounds great. And now that it's football season and tailgating, it's also a great thing to maybe take to something like that.
Absolutely. Hummus holds very well. You can freeze it, you can refrigerate it, you can keep it out for a little period of time as well. It's very simple, doesn't take a lot of time to make, and I just wanted to show people how simple it is because a lot of people don't realize how quickly you can make some hummus.
Okay, let's get started.
We'll start off. The main ingredient in hummus is chickpeas. So what I do is I go buy a 15-ounce can of chickpeas.
Which you can get anywhere, any grocery store?
You can get anywhere. Chickpeas or garbanzo beans. I guess garbanzo is a lot more fun to say.
Okay.
So these are garbanzo beans. So what we do is I open the garbanzo beans. And I open them halfway. I drain the liquid out, keeps all the garbanzo beans in, then I continue to open it all the way. This one I've already drained the liquid out of, so we'll deal with this. If the top doesn't come out just perfect, you can just lift it with a knife or a spoon. Dump that into your food processor, which is something that you need to do this. You can do it in a blender, but a food processor works better. It doesn't bog it down. So the garbanzo beans is the first main ingredient. Okay. Next main ingredient, which is the difficult thing to get, is tahini paste. Tahini paste is basically ground sesame seed. It smells like peanut butter, very similar to peanut butter.
Where do you suggest finding this?
I buy it at Kroger. You can get it at Kroger, Meyer, but a lot of times they don't know exactly where it is. But it's in the Arabic food area. You'll find it with a little help. You can find hummus, and this lasts very well. This will last in your fridge for a long time, just like peanut butter. It lasts a very long time. So we have here for this recipe. I stir it up a little bit because it's kind of like real peanut butter where it gets that little film on the top. You have to stir it up, get it nice and mixed. And we're doing 2 full tablespoons of tahini paste in here. So that's 1 tablespoon.
And you said that you're putting a Greek twist on this, and I know that you're promoting a Greek night at the restaurant. Is that right?
I am. I'm of Greek heritage. The Cavis Grill has been in my family for 51 years. My father opened it 51 years ago. And now my mother and I are taking care of it and running the business. And now I'm trying to put a little Greek twist, put a little of my heritage, which I'm very proud of, into the restaurant. And so I figured a Greek night once every month is what we're going to do. The second Tuesday of every month, we're going to do Greek night. We're going to do moussaka, which we cooked earlier. We'll always be there. We'll always have a hummus every Greek night. We'll always have a special menu.
Menu. And is it for the whole day or just evenings?
For the whole day, for a variety of Greek items. Absolutely.
Great.
So we'll continue. We have the hummus and the chickpeas in here now. Next, I'd like to season it. We season it, everything with salt and pepper. Everything I do gets minimal salt and pepper in it. Salt and pepper helps bring out the flavor of whatever you're cooking with. So I make sure I season. A little pinch of salt. If you really want to measure, it'd probably be a 1/4 teaspoon, maybe even a little less. maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon.
And again, with this, could you alternate with sea salt? I know a lot of people like cooking with that.
If people love sea salt, sea salt works excellent in this. So salt and pepper is what we use. I use white pepper in this because you don't want the cracked black pepper looks gritty. You can still do it, it'll work fine, but I like using white pepper. It kind of blends in and gives it a smoother texture.
Okay.
Next, we are going to take some garlic. We have some garlic clove here. We'll take some garlic off, move it to the side.
Now, is there a right or wrong way to cut garlic? Because that's always a mystery.
The key is to try and get it apart. It depends how fresh the garlic is. If it's really fresh like this, it's really difficult to get apart.
Right.
Once you get it to this point, there's what I find best is you take the flat side of your knife, or if you're kind of nervous doing this, you can take your measuring cups.
Okay.
But what I do is I take the flat side of the knife, I hammer it down, and when you smash it down, all the waste, what you don't want, the little peel, comes right off.
Okay.
Then it has a little end on it. I cut right off.
All right. Do you suggest fresh garlic like this, or is there? Can you?
I wouldn't use a garlic. I wouldn't use a garlic powder. But if they have fresh store-bought that's like kept in oil or water, you can use like half a teaspoon in this would be fine.
Okay.
So what I do, I like using fresh. Whatever I can use fresh, I use fresh.
Okay.
So we just chop it up as small as possible. We just mince it down. And what we do is once it's minced, this is another little secret when you deal with garlic, put a little salt on it.
Okay.
And it makes a little abrasiveness.
Okay.
And now you just kind of smash it into your cutting board.
Oh.
You chop it, and it forms a little paste. You just smash it in your cutting board with the salt. And it forms a little paste, and it's easier to break down in the food processor.
Okay.
So now, we take the garlic, we put it in the food processor, and we are left with, we have the salt, pepper, garlic, tahini paste, and garbanzo beans. Next, we have the lemon.
Okay.
The juice of 1 lemon. When you take a lemon, smush it down a little bit and roll it back and forth. What this does is it breaks down all the fibers in the lemon, and it allows for more juice to come out.
Okay.
Cut the lemon in half. And then I have a little cup here on the side where I squeeze the lemon juice into, because when you're dealing with fresh ingredients, you're going to get things like seeds. Okay. Seeds are something that you don't want in your hummus.
And how much lemon juice do you want to try to get out of that?
I want as much as you can.
Okay.
Just the juice of 1 lemon.
Okay.
And as with everything else when you cook, you want to tailor it to your taste buds. So what you do is you taste the hummus when it's done, and if it needs a little adjustment with seasoning, some more lemon juice, some more olive oil, some more salt or pepper, you can adjust it at that time. So everybody's taste buds are a little different.
Okay.
I'm a Greek guy. I love lemon.
Grew up with it.
You can never get enough lemon in there for me. So now what I do is I strain it through my fingers to catch any seeds. So any seeds that go in, I just don't let them fall through my fingers. And now you have seedless lemon juice in your...
Now a lot of your techniques, are those family learned or school learned or both?
They're actually learned from working at the restaurant.
Yep.
Some things my mother told me and other things I found out work really well.
Right.
You find ways to avoid problems.
Right.
So things like the lemon, instead of picking seeds of lemon out of here for the next 10 minutes, I figured that's a lot quicker. So that's what we do now.
Okay.
And now we have everything in our hummus that we need that we're going to start pulsing it together.
Okay.
What we have here is all the machines you have that have some sort of opening that you can pour something in. What we're going to do is we're going to turn the machine on, and as the machine's pulsing the hummus mixture, we're going to add olive oil.
Okay.
Now you're just going to drizzle the olive oil until it comes to the consistency that you want.
Okay.
So that's what we're going to start with right now. Put your hand on the top unless you want everything on your ceiling in your home when you start it. So we start it. I just put it on high.
Okay.
And now we have that in there. We can start drizzling olive oil. So we just drizzle olive oil until it gets to a nice consistency that we are familiar with.
Okay.
You can stop it. You can stop it, open it up, get a closer look of what you're working with now, because it's kind of hard to see through this sometimes. Take your spatula, scrape the sides down to help incorporate a little better.
Okay.
And at this point, you can judge, do you need a little more olive oil? And I would say, I think we need a little bit more.
Okay.
Take this.
And you're wanting it to be more of a smoother consistency?
It's a little smooth, yeah. You want it smooth, and you want it a little thicker, so you have to really try to get it off a spoon.
Okay.
So what we do is we pulse this. Put a little more olive oil in. so we can get it right where we want it. Basically, the hummus is done right now. But what we're going to do is we're going to find things to dip in the hummus. You can take bread, grill some pita bread on your barbecue outside. A little more healthy choice and things that I like to do is take vegetables. Okay. Vegetables like your red pepper, green pepper. It's always difficult to incorporate these into snacks. I think hummus makes the best snack that you can possibly get. It's definitely one of the healthiest. Make sure all your vegetables are washed. We got these vegetables from our farmer's market right here in Port Huron. Put them flat side down so they don't roll around on you, and you just cut them into little strips. That's as easy as it is. Just cut it into little strips. And you do that with each vegetable. You do that with vegetables. Can I get one of those white plates, please? Thank you.
So all around, this is a really healthy, low-calorie
Absolutely.
snack.
Low-calorie, high protein.
You can even make a meal
great.
out of
You can
it.
do whatever you want. You can take cucumbers. You can slice up the cucumbers. You can put them in there. Also, carrots goes very well with some hummus. Take some carrots, slice it up as well. I slice them in half, make sure it's a nice flat surface. This carrot's already been peeled. This is bought from the farmer's market as well.
Okay.
And we just slice it down so you can get little sticks that you can dip in the hummus. And so do this. And cucumber is also one of the great things.
Okay.
When you're dealing with cucumber, what you have to remember is normally you would peel a cucumber.
Right.
We're not going to do it for this demonstration, but I want to show you inside when you get cucumbers, you want to seed them.
Okay.
You either buy an English seedless cucumber,
Right.
or in this case, I didn't have one of those available. You just, you basically cut around the seeds. You keep rolling it around and all the meaty parts around the outside of the cucumber, and then you just throw the seeds out. It's still good to eat, but you know, that's how you would do it. And normally this would be peeled. And you take your cucumber, and that's something that you can dip in the hummus as well.
Right.
Now, something that I have forgot to put in the hummus, which happens to a lot of people, and that's okay. We still have the hummus left in here. We take some fresh parsley and some fresh oregano.
Which is, again, stuff that you can buy right down here at the farmer's market.
Absolutely. So here we have one sprig of fresh parsley.
Now, if you don't have fresh, what?
You can use dried, but normally when you use dried, you'd like to use half the amount that you use in fresh. Dried is a little more potent. Just give it a little rough chop.
All right.
Throw that in your hummus. You give it a blend. Doesn't take long, just enough to get incorporated. That's the beauty about this stuff. Doesn't take long at all. It's literally that easy.
Gives it a little color too.
Gives it a little color and a lot of flavor. And if you let hummus sit for about an hour, or put it in the fridge for about an hour, all the flavors incorporate a little better. And you can just set it right down like this. Now, the Greek twist on this, other than the oregano, which normally isn't found in hummus, the Greek twist comes from Kalamata olives. Kalamata olives are imported from Greece. These are pitted Kalamata olives. I love the flavor of these olives, and I think the flavor of olives goes well with hummus. That's what we garnished it with at the Cavis Grill. So all you do is give a little rough chop. Now you can either mix this in with the hummus by putting that in a bowl and just tossing it. It's not favorable to mix it in with the in the food processor because it'll change the color. But what I like to do is sort of garnish it with olives.
Oh, that looks great.
And then you just take it, you dip it in there,
Fantastic.
and that's what you're dealing with.
Nick, thank you so much, and thanks for joining us today, introducing us to Cavis. Don't forget the Greek night down at Cavis Grill. Again, just to let you all know, all of the audience members today will be sampling the dish that we prepared here, the hummus. Recipes along with the dish will be available. For those of you viewing, you can obtain the recipes at the Port Huron Hospital website, which again is www.porthuronhospital.org, or the Downtown Port Huron website, www.downtownporthuron.org. This show will be viewed on Channel 6 throughout the week and also available on YouTube. You can get to the link for YouTube at the Port Huron Hospital website. Don't forget to join us next week, Saturday, 11 o'clock, when Rochelle Schiller, Director of Care Management at Port Huron Hospital, will be joining Chef Jay Lyon from the Military Street Cafe. Jay and Rochelle are going to be making a Hawaiian salad and a jumbo cheese pretzel. So have a great week, stay healthy, and join us again next week. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.